I'm Miriam Tucker, the managing partner at Rago. This summer we were asked to represent a collection of more than 80 framed textiles deaccessioned by a major corporation. The curator in charge chose these works from around the world: barkcloth stripped and painted in the Solomon Islands, linen embroidered in 18th century English manor houses, cotton dyed and stenciled in late 19th century Japan, wool quilted during the American Civil War. We will sell the first group from this collection in our Great Estates auction on September 11th, 2015. These are pieces of material culture. They all had a purpose, whether to warm a bed, wrap a bundle, or convey rank. But each is so well conceived that even when taken out of context and mounted on a wall in 2 dimensions, it stands on its own. Abstract Design in American Quilts opened at the Whitney Museum of American Art in New York City on July 1, 1971. It was the first time the Whitney showed anything other than painting or sculpture. Historian Robert Hughes proclaimed Amish quilts America's first major abstract art. Art insiders went wild at the comparisons to be made to the work of Joseph Albers, Frank Stella, Mark Rothko, and others. I think you'll see why in the minimalist geometry of this bars quilt, made by an anonymous Amish woman between 1900 and 1910. I like all of the quilts in this collection, including this Victorian crazy quilt made of leftover bits and saved fabrics from worn clothing. The Pennsylvania seamstress who made it had a superb eye for pattern, motion, and color. It's painterly and just a terrific example of its kind. This elegant Japanese priest robe is likewise made of small pieces of cloth, but for a very different reason. The construction signifies at heart his abandonment of luxury and adoption of a robe of discarded cloth in his quest for spiritual enlightenment. The fabrics in these robes are no longer made from discards, but the style and symbolism remain. By the end of the 19th century, silkworms were raised by virtually every household in the cities along the Silk Roads. When in public, Turkestani women would wear these silk embroidered mantles over their heads as veils. Silk Road weavers also produced ikat garments with their signature slightly blurred patterns, each unique, each created by resist-dyeing threads before placing it on the loom. This coat is from Afghanistan or Uzbekistan. Thank you for taking the time to hear about some of the textiles on sale from this collection. You can see these and the rest in detail online at ragoarts.com and at bitsquare.com. We don't know if these textiles will stay on walls or return to their original function or find new uses. That will be for their owners to decide. The auction begins at 10 a.m. on September 11th.